Hello, and welcome to our online guide for the nursing admission process. During this presentation, we will review the ADN, PN, and LPN-RN transition nursing admission MAR packets. We will also review the requirements that need to be completed for you to be considered for one of these nursing programs. We offer 3 different nursing programs here at Forsyth Tech. The Practical Nursing, or PN program, is a 1-year diploma program that leads to becoming a licensed practical nurse. The Associate Degree Nursing, or ADN program, is a 2-year associate's degree program that leads to becoming a registered nurse. The LPN-RN transition program is for LPNs that have unrestricted licensure in the state of North Carolina and 6 months full-time work experience as an LPN who want to complete the ADN program. Please note that you can only apply to one nursing or allied health program at a time. You will find specific information on our website for all 3 of our nursing programs. It is listed on our website under the Apply tab at the top of the web page. Click the Nursing/Allied Health link and then scroll down the page to Selective Admissions Programs, which are listed in alphabetical order. Click on the link to the nursing program of your interest to access that program information page. Be sure to click on the Admissions Requirements MAR Packet link to access the packet so that you can become familiar with the requirements for admission to that particular program. Understand that your MAR packet is very specific to your nursing interest area. Make sure that you go through it in detail so that you know all of the steps required to be a competitive applicant. And at the end of the presentation, you will be taken to a link to access a confirmation form that will need to be completed and emailed electronically to admissions@forsythtech.edu to show your successful completion of the tutorial. You must email this form to the admissions office before completing your MAR review to be considered for admission to the program. When you first apply to Forsyth Tech, you will be admitted to the school as a general occupational technology student, which is essentially a pre-nursing program. This allows you to work on completing the related/general education courses listed in Phase 5 of your packet. Nursing programs at Forsyth Tech are selective admissions, meaning that particular requirements must be met in order to be eligible to be considered for admission to a nursing program. They are also competitive due to the limited space for clinical sites. Each nursing program has a specific number of available seats. All competitive applicants are ranked based on a point system that we will review as we go through the packet. The ADN program accepts a spring and a fall class each year. The LPN-RN transition program has a summer class only, and the PN program has a fall class only. The deadlines are listed on the first page of each MAR packet, so pay close attention to these dates. This means that you should complete all requirements as soon as possible, as there are no exceptions to the deadline. Keep in mind that because the deadline falls in the middle of a semester, courses that will be completed after the deadline cannot be used for points. Let's begin with the initial admissions process. First, you need to complete the North Carolina Residency Determination Service and a Forsyth Tech application online through our website at www.forsythtech.edu/apply. Once you submit the application, contact your high school or state GED office to have an official transcript, GED, HiSET, or task scores sent to us. If you hand deliver a transcript to our office, just remember not to open the envelope. It has to be sealed to be considered an official transcript. If you have attended college previously, please have official transcripts from all colleges or schools you have attended for curriculum or college credit courses sent to complete your application. All transcripts are required regardless of their applicability to the nursing program. This must also be sealed and can either be mailed, brought to the office, or submitted electronically from the school. Faxed transcripts are not considered official. If you have taken AP courses for any of the related courses for your nursing program, then you will need to submit an official AP score report to obtain MAR ranking points for those courses, and so that you can receive possible transfer credit. Please note that this can take up to 4 to 6 weeks to be received due to the College Board request process. Placement testing will be reviewed in detail later in this presentation. Failure to report previous schools attended and to provide official transcripts will result in ineligibility to be considered for the nursing program. If you are currently enrolled in any colleges other than Forsyth Tech, you will need to provide the admissions office with those official transcripts once those courses are completed and grades are posted for the semester. We must have your most recent transcripts before you can complete your MAR review. The MAR review is conducted using all of your college curriculum coursework, which means that we need all of your official college transcripts. These transcripts need to be evaluated for transfer credit by our records office prior to your MAR review so that we can give you all of the related course points you have earned. You should submit your official transcripts at least 1 to 2 weeks before completing your MAR to allow the records office time to complete the transcript evaluation. The transcript evaluation typically takes 5 to 7 business days. Please do not bring in transcripts the day you come in to complete your MAR, as this will cause delays in completing your ranking process. Please keep this in mind, especially when applying close to the deadline. This is one of the reasons we suggest applying and submitting official transcripts well ahead of the deadline, so there is time to resolve any transfer credit issues that may arise, which could cause you to miss the deadline to complete for that entry term. A transfer credit evaluation is done in our records office once your official transcripts are received. Curriculum courses that are equivalent to the related courses in the nursing program and completed with a grade of C or higher may be brought in as transfer credit. Questions regarding transfer credit should be directed to our records office. For example, if you are taking the Bio 165/166 sequence of anatomy and physiology, please note that you must take both courses at the same college to receive transfer credit. The reason for this is because colleges end the semester at different body systems within this A&P sequence. So students who take Bio 165 at one college and Bio 166 at a different college may be missing information about some of the body systems. The Bio 168/169 sequence of A&P is not held to this requirement and can be taken at different colleges. Now that we've covered the steps needed to apply, let's talk about how to be eligible to be considered for your program. All applicants must demonstrate English, reading, and math competencies to be eligible for program consideration. There are multiple ways to meet these requirements, so let's take a look. If you have graduated within the past 10 years from a U.S. high school and have an unweighted GPA of 2.8 or higher, or have a GED taken since 2014 with a score of 170 or higher in every section, or have HiSET scores with a 15 in every section and a minimum of a 4 on the essay. If you have SAT, ACT, CPT, Compass, ASSET, or NC-DAPT scores that are 10 years old or less and have met the minimum required scores as listed in your MAR packet in Phase 2, you must turn in a copy of those scores to the admissions office. If you've had college-level English composition and math with a C or higher that meets program MAR requirements, we must receive and review the official college transcript. Keep in mind that if you had only English composition or math at college level, then you would need to meet the competency for the subject that you are missing. If you have completed an associate's or bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited U.S. college, if you have graduated from high school more than 10 years ago or do not meet the GED HiSET requirements or any of the other competency criteria, the RISE assessment is available. If you have not met any of the other options completely, you will need to enroll in the required English and/or math transition courses and complete them by the deadline to be eligible for program consideration. The first requirement for eligibility is the biology competency. Every applicant must have taken a biology course in high school or college. This shows that you have a basic understanding of biology and will help you progress in the curriculum. Anatomy and physiology courses will meet this biology competency requirement. In Phase 5 of the nursing program packets, you will find the related courses that are needed to be a competitive applicant to our nursing programs. Don't forget that when you are working on these courses, you need to earn a C or higher to be eligible for consideration. If you earn a D or F in any of these related courses as of the stated deadline, you will not be eligible to be considered for the program, nor will you be eligible to complete a MAR review for that term. You will need to repeat the course or courses and earn a C or higher prior to the next admission deadline to be eligible to complete a MAR review to be considered for that future term. If you are admitted to the nursing program and then earn a D or F in your current related courses, you will be required to retake the course or courses and earn a C or better by the semester prior to the start of the nursing program before you can enroll in the program. This policy applies to all nursing programs. Sometimes, nursing applicants will choose to repeat a related course for a better grade, which can boost your points. If you choose to repeat a course, you need to know that we will use the best grade earned in that course in your MAR ranking process. Review your packet as many times as necessary to become familiar with what is required and what will help make you more competitive for your program. For LPN RN applicants, there are 4 of the related courses that must be completed prior to the deadline for you to qualify to be considered for the program. These courses are Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, General Psychology, and Developmental Psychology. Please refer to Phase 2 of your packet for this list of mandatory courses. Please note that all 8 of the related courses listed in Phase 5 of the packet will be used in the ranking process for LPN RN applicants. Please note that this requirement only applies to the LPN RN program. Let's recap things quickly. We have covered what you need to do to be considered as an applicant for a nursing program: the application, all transcripts, testing requirements, biology competency, and the no D or F policy. Now, we need to talk about what actually makes you a competitive applicant for the program, since there are limited seats. The first step to being a competitive nursing applicant is to complete as many related courses as you can while earning the best grades you can by the program deadline. The related courses list is located in Phase 5 in all nursing packets. Keep in mind that you do not want to overload your schedule to get the related courses completed quickly, only to risk making poor grades in those courses. The second step to being a competitive applicant for a nursing program is to do the best you can on the T's and try to score above the minimum required score. We will review the T's requirement in detail in a few minutes. The next stage in the admissions process is the Minimum Admissions Requirements Review, commonly referred to as the MAR review. All nursing programs require a MAR. This is the step that moves you from being an applicant to being reviewed and considered for a nursing program. After you have applied and met the eligibility requirements that we just reviewed, you will come to the admissions office on the main campus to meet with an admissions counselor. At this meeting, the counselor will go through and calculate your points based on the related courses you have completed. Double-check that you meet the initial requirements, discuss T's testing, and then you and the counselor will sign the document. Once you complete the MAR review, you will be eligible to schedule the T's at Forsyth Tech. Without the completion of this review, you cannot be considered for admission to the program, nor will you be eligible to take the T's here. MAR reviews are done on a walk-in basis, so you do not need an appointment. The days and times are listed on this page as well as in your nursing packet in Phase 3. Please pay close attention to the blackout dates for MAR reviews that are listed in your individual nursing packets. These are dates MAR reviews will not be conducted. Please note there is only one counselor available after 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and MAR reviews will not be conducted on Fridays, so plan accordingly. If you are applying for the Spring ADN or the LPN RN Transition Program and enrolled in related courses for the summer, you must wait until after those grades are posted before you can complete your MAR. If you are applying for the PN or Fall ADN program and enrolled in related courses for fall, you must wait until those grades are posted before you can complete your MAR. If you are taking courses at a college other than Forsyth Tech, you will need to submit the most recent college transcript 1 to 2 weeks prior to completing your MAR, so that we have your most recent grades for the MAR review to calculate your ranking points. Don't wait until the last minute to complete your MAR, as it could cause complications for you. One of the biggest complications we have seen when students wait until the last minute to do their MAR is failure to provide current transcripts, AP scores, and test scores. This can cause you to be ineligible for consideration due to failure to meet all requirements by the deadline. Since you cannot take the TEAS at Forsyth Tech until you have completed your MAR, you should not wait until the last minute to complete this requirement, as you will need time to schedule and take the TEAS prior to the deadline. The sooner you complete your MAR, the sooner you can schedule your TEAS. Remember, failure to complete the MAR in a timely manner will impact your ability to complete the TEAS at Forsyth Tech and meet all nursing requirements by the deadline. The TEAS is taken after you have completed your nursing MAR review and is the last step in the admissions process for nursing applicants. The TEAS must be completed by the deadline. Once your MAR is complete, you will be contacted by the TEAS coordinator to schedule your TEAS. TEAS scores are valid for 2 years and must be current through the deadline date. If you have taken the TEAS at another college, it must be the most recent version of TEAS. It is your responsibility to submit a copy of your scores to the admissions office by the deadline. ADN and LPN RN transition applicants must score a minimum of 60% or higher on the TEAS total score to pass. PN applicants must score a minimum of 42% or higher to pass. Keep in mind that meeting the minimum TEAS score is not a guarantee of acceptance into our nursing programs. The students accepted are those with the highest ranking points, so you want to do the best that you can on the TEAS in order to be as competitive as possible. Please refer to the FAQ section of your nursing packet for more detailed information about TEAS and how you can prepare to take this test. Here is an example of what a TEAS score report looks like for a PN applicant. Notice that the arrow is pointing at the total score. This is the number that is added to your related course points to calculate your total ranking score. You should prepare for the TEAS prior to taking it, as it counts for about 50% of your ranking points. ATI is the company that created TEAS. Here is the ATI website information for TEAS study materials if you want to order your own set. Our campus bookstore also carries the TEAS study materials for purchase. The study materials are available for you to use at all of our campus sites, but cannot be checked out. We also offer an online course designed specifically for TEAS preparation if you want to prepare for this test in a classroom setting. It is the ACA 085 Improving Study Skills course and will gain you 1 credit hour of general college credit. This course is not required, but may benefit those of you who want a structured preparation for the TEAS. Sometimes, students can be confused by the related courses and whether they are all required before you can be considered for a nursing program. Let's take a look at that question. These courses are part of the curriculum and will have to be taken in order to complete the nursing program. Our nursing programs are selective admissions, which means that the related courses are used in the ranking process. So, the more related courses that you complete prior to the deadline, the higher number of points you can earn and the more competitive you will be when we start ranking students. The students accepted into our nursing programs are those that have the most ranking points. In general, the applicants that get accepted have completed most, if not all, of the related courses, including the anatomy and physiology courses, prior to entry into the nursing program. When you are meeting with the counselor for your MAR review, they will go through the listed related courses and assign a point value for each one that you have completed. Grades are given a quality point value, such as A equals 4, and then that number is multiplied by the number of credit hours to give you a point total for that course. For example, look at the packet where English 111 is worth 3 credit hours. If you earn an A, then you will have 4 quality points times 3 credit hours for a total of 12 points for that course. Each course completed will be calculated accordingly to determine the related course point total. Once the applicant has taken the T's, the related course point total will be added to the T's total score to determine the applicant's total ranked score. Here is an example of a MAR ranking form for a PN applicant. This student has earned a B in Bio 163, which is worth 3 quality points. This is multiplied by the credit hours of the course, which is 5, for a total of 15 points for this course. This student has a total of 33 related course points, which is then added to the student's T's total score for a total ranking score of 113.3. We select the top ranking students for all 3 nursing programs. We accept 72 ADN students in both the fall and spring semesters, 24 students for the LPN-RN transition for the summer semester, and 90 PN students for the fall semester, 66 PN students for the main campus day program, and 24 students in the Stokes evening and weekend program. Notice that we have an evening and weekend program at our Stokes County location in Danbury, North Carolina, for 24 of our PN students each fall. If you are interested in the Stokes evening and weekend PN program, you will need to indicate that on your application as well as on your confirmation form at the end of this presentation. You can only be considered for one of the PN program options and cannot switch between the day program and the evening and weekend program after the deadline passes. In the PN and ADN programs, seats are held for current high school students for the fall semester. High school seniors only compete with other high school seniors. If you are a current high school student and are interested in applying for the PN or ADN program, you will see a different ranking scale because it is based on courses that you have taken in high school. Please refer to the PN or ADN packet for details about the ranking and selection process for high school seniors. Classes are weighted based on honors or AP and standard levels. High school students must wait to come for the MAR review until after your first semester senior year grades have posted on your transcript so that points can be given for all courses completed and the GPA can be the most accurate and up to date. The PN program accepts 1 high school senior and the ADN program accepts 5 high school seniors each fall semester only. Here is a sample high school ranking form for high school applicants to review. You only receive points for the courses listed that you have completed, and that total will be added to your cumulative weighted GPA and your T's total score. A common question from our nursing applicants is, how many points do I need to get in the program? This question is difficult to answer because the admissions office does not set the point range. It is driven by the applicant pool, which means that the point range varies from year to year. We do not know what the current year's point range is until after the deadline has passed and we review all of the applicants' points. Here are the statistics for the ADN accepted point range from the past 3 years. Here are the accepted point range statistics for the LPN-RN transition program from the past 3 years. Here are the accepted point range statistics for the PN program from the past 3 years. After the deadline passes, all the students who have completed the MAR review and have passed the T's will be ranked based on point totals. If there is a tie, the T's science score will be the tiebreaker. An alternate list will also be kept in ranking order. If you are not admitted, you will have to reapply, complete a new MAR review, and complete a new nursing information session to be considered for the next year. Please note, for spring ADN applicants only, if you are not admitted and want to reapply for fall, you will not be required to complete another nursing information session. We will send letters to those in the applicant pool 4 to 6 weeks after the deadline. If you have completed a MAR review and passed the T's, you will be notified of your status regardless of whether you are admitted, an alternate, or denied. If you are admitted, please pay close attention to the deadline to accept or decline your seat in the class and any other conditions listed in the admission letter. If you decide to decline your seat, please notify the admissions counselor for that nursing program as soon as possible so that an alternate can be admitted to the available seat. If you have completed all requirements, which include passing the T's, and do not receive a letter, then you need to contact the admissions office to verify your address. Admitted students will be required to attend a registration session with the nursing department. Please refer to your MAR packet for information about additional nursing department requirements for admitted students. These additional nursing requirements, as well as instructions on where and how to submit documentation, will be discussed in detail at the registration session. If you are admitted into a nursing program and fail to confirm your acceptance, fail to show for the mandatory nursing registration session, and/or fail to complete your CNA and CPR certifications by the deadlines as stated in your acceptance letter, your admission will be rescinded and you will have to reapply for a future term. This means that your seat will be filled by an alternate. It is very important for you to keep the admissions office notified of any address or phone number changes. We will make every effort to contact you in the event your acceptance packet is returned to us. However, if your packet comes back as undeliverable and you don't check your email, your phone number is not working, or you haven't set up your voicemail box, or it's full, then you will lose your seat for that entry term, and an alternate will be admitted in your place. While you do not need to have the CNA 1 and CPR nursing requirements completed to apply for our ADN and PN programs, you will need to have them completed before entering the program. The deadlines are listed in the MAR packets under Additional Nursing Department Requirements for Admitted Students. You should register for CNA/CPR courses now if you are not already taking them so that you can have these requirements completed before the deadline. Questions regarding the CNA and CPR certifications should be directed to the nursing department directly. If you have not started a CNA 1 course or you want information about renewing your CNA, please contact our West Campus. The course information is on the website and lists the requirements and estimated cost of the course. To summarize the nursing admission process, you will need to carefully review your specific nursing packet so that you understand the requirements you need to meet by the deadline. You need to complete the application process, and if you have not started taking any of the related courses listed in Phase 5 of your packet, then you should start taking those as soon as possible. Remember, when you first apply, you are accepted as a General Occupational Technology pre-nursing student, which will allow you to complete the related courses for your particular nursing program. To be competitive, your goal is to complete as many of the related courses as you can by the deadline. LPN RN applicants, you have to complete the mandatory courses listed in Phase 2 of your packet before you can be considered for the program. To be a competitive applicant, you also need to complete as many of the related courses listed in Phase 5 of your packet as you can before the deadline. After you have completed the majority of the related courses and have met the minimum admission requirements, then you should complete your MAR review. Once the MAR review is completed, you will be eligible to take the T's here at Forsyth Tech. Keep in mind that you want to make the best score you possibly can on the T's since it counts for about 50% of your ranking points. Be sure to do your MAR review early enough to give you time to take the T's before the deadline. If you are not admitted for this year's nursing class and are interested in being considered for the next nursing admission cycle, then you need to create a plan to be more competitive. This may include completing any related courses that you have not taken, or repeating one or more of the related courses you have taken to earn a higher grade. Keep in mind, we do use your best grades when you repeat courses. You may also consider repeating the T's to try to get a higher score. Keep in mind, the T's can only be taken 3 times. There is an 8-week waiting period between the second and third attempts for T's. After the third attempt, you will have to wait 1 year before you can take the T's at Forsyth Tech again. You may consider taking the ACA 085 Improving Study Skills, which is a T's prep course to help you be better prepared to take the T's. This course is offered in an online format and includes online tutorials, activities, and practice tests. Please be sure to access the link for the confirmation form and complete and submit it to the admissions office before completing your MAR review. If you are in the early stages of learning about the nursing program but are not trying to apply for this year's selection pool, you will not need to submit this form. If you have questions that pertain to the nursing department requirements such as CNA, CPR, lab or clinical schedules, criminal background checks, uniforms, lab kits, books, medical form completion, class, lab and clinical days, you will need to contact the nursing department directly. Thank you for considering Forsyth Tech and our nursing programs. We appreciate your interest and hope that this MAR presentation has answered your questions regarding the admissions process and the competitive nature of the ranking system. However, if you do have questions about the admission requirements for any of our nursing programs, you may contact the admissions office at the number listed or stop by during our office hours.